and welcome to a new video. I am getting ready to start cutting hay today. Just got out to the hay field here, and yeah, got the disc vine all greased up and ready to go. I got my boss's Kubota M7 tractor that I'm using to cut hay with. He's nice enough to borrow me a tractor for haying season, because my John Deere loader tractor, my Tor tractor, is a bit small for this disc vine, horsepower wise, and so he lets me use this tractor for haying season, and which is real nice, because then I actually cut and bale with the Kubota, and then we use my John Deere for raking and for running the wrapper and that sort of thing. So also for pulling the hay trailer, and then I load with this one. So yeah, that's pretty handy. But yeah, it's boy, I'm excited. I enjoy making hay. I mean, I don't enjoy the stress part of it, but I enjoy the work part of it. So hopefully yeah, hopefully we get some good weather. It's a little bit overcast today, and we actually had a bit of rain here just before lunch, so I held off cutting, but I think it's pretty much dried again now. I just came right across the road from our house. I think I've mentioned in one of the other videos, my wife and I own some land here right across from our yard, and I've got about 60 acres of alfalfa grass hay here that I'm going to start on. And then I've got about 4 miles west of our place, I have a 40-acre piece there that I rent. I don't think I'll get both pieces done today, but I'm hoping to get this 60 done, and then maybe go open up that 40 anyways, and then finish it tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm curious to see what the hay looks like. I've walked around in it some here and there, and it's pretty uneven. Any areas, you know, along the trees or where more snow caught, it's pretty nice. But then like you're looking on this field right here in the corner, this stuff's, you know, this stuff's nice and tall. It's beautiful. Then when you get out away into the open, it shortens up pretty bad. It's yeah, the alfalfa's pretty short, and it doesn't look real great. So I don't think it's definitely not going to be any kind of a bumper crop first cutting, that's for sure. But hopefully we get this first cutting taken off. Maybe we'll get some good rains, and maybe we'll get a decent second cut. I've also got on the other side of this 60, we have some more cultivated acres over there. I sowed down 70 acres of green feed over there. It's forage oat and forage pea blend with a bit of annual ryegrass mixed in it as well. So that stuff's looking really good at this point, but it's still small, like foot and a half tall. So it's not suffering too much yet. If we don't start getting some rains pretty soon, it will. But at this point, it still looks good. So I have high hopes for that stuff. Maybe it'll we'll get some good shots of rain, and hopefully maybe get a good yield off of that stuff. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But for now, I'm gonna tear into this 60 acres here, and yeah, hopefully everything works good. Hey, dog. I'm just trucking along here. Got a pretty good chunk done already over on the west side of this field. And I'm actually pleasantly surprised. There's actually some pretty decent hay over on this side. I know it always gets thinner over there on the east side, but yeah, there's a pretty big chunk of nice looking stuff here. It's making some pretty good windrows. But yeah, it's going pretty good. But yeah, I'll keep working here. I'm thinking I've got probably close to a quarter of this field done, so I can usually do somewhere around 10 acres an hour, something like that. So yeah, I'll definitely be at it for a few hours yet, but I've got a pretty good chunk done. The tractor and disc grinder are both working great, so that's awesome. Hopefully they just keep doing that, and if they do, I should be able to get this field done in pretty good time tonight. Well, just about got this 60-acre field finished up. Just got this little strip left here, and then yeah, we'll be done with this field. So the crop definitely got a little more disappointing as I got over to this side of the field, but still not too bad. I've cut a lot worse first cut, so it's hard to complain. There's still a decent windrow there. It'll still make a decent amount of bales. It just definitely can tell on the east side of the field here, it just ran a little short on moisture. So, but yeah, could definitely be worse. So we'll take what we can get. I just figured while I was over on this side of the field here, I'd take a walk out into our green feed field here and give you guys a look at that. So this is it here, and we've got 70 acres here of this stuff, and boy has it grown since I've been out here last, which was not very many days ago. It looks really good. So hopefully we can get a couple more good rains, and if we could, I think this could turn into a really good yielding crop. So yeah, it's a blend of forage oats, forage peas, and annual ryegrass. So I've never grown that before, but I decided to give it a try this year and see how I like it. But yeah, give you a look at it. It's looking good. The oats is almost up to my knees, I guess, and then yeah, you look down in there, there's a lot of pea plants in here. There's a pea plant, lots of them tangled in among the oats, which is kind of the idea. You want to the oats are kind of help, they help hold the peas up, give them something to kind of wrap themselves around or grow on. But yeah, it's I'm really impressed with it. And then I believe, I've never grown annual ryegrass before, but I believe this stuff down here is the, probably doesn't show up on the camera, but I believe this is the ryegrass. It's a little different color anyways, and it's a little bit shorter than the oats, and yeah, the leaves feel a little different. So I'm just guessing, but I think that's probably the ryegrass. I'll back in the tractor and get at it. Well, good morning. It's the next day here now, and I'm hoping to get the rest of my first cut knocked down today. I made it over to that west field last night yet then, and got it opened up, got my outside rounds done and stuff. So that's a pretty good chunk of the field once you get that done, so it shouldn't take me too long to finish out there. First things first, I'm gonna fuel this tractor up and grease the U-joints and stuff on the disc bind, and then I should be good to go. The disc bind worked excellent yesterday, no trouble with it at all, which is nice. Well, I thought I was going to go cutting, but I was just finishing up with greasing, and I found an issue. That's not supposed to be like that. It's a big heavy bolt that runs through here, connects these two pieces together, and you can see that nut broke off the end of the bolt, or the end of the bolt broke off or whatever. So unfortunately, I won't be doing any cutting until I get that fixed. But yeah, now I got to just figure out how to set this thing down in a way that it takes the pressure off of that piece. I'm not quite sure how to do that, but yeah, I'm wondering if I can all of a sudden just put like a hitch pin or something in there to get me by to finish cutting. I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. That's what it's supposed to look like. Big, looks like this part of it just broke off. But one thing is, as annoying as this is, I am glad that I cut it on time, because if this bolt had fell right out of there, there could have been a lot more damage. At this point, there really isn't any damage besides the broken bolt. So yeah, I'm glad I saw that when I did, because I'm guessing if I had went cutting with it like that before I finished, that bolt would have fell out of there, and then we would have probably had much bigger problems. So I guess that goes to show it's worthwhile to go over your machine and check stuff over before you go out working. Okay, well, we got it all apart. It was definitely a process. We put the table up on jack stands and pulled the wheel off, and had to pull the whole thing apart to get the pressure off of this pin. I had to pull this cylinder off and get it out of the way, and then we could lift this high enough, the whole hub and axle part, lift it high enough to get the pressure off of this. And we got the old bolt out, and yeah, you can see it had mostly been broken before this year already. I don't know if that shows up on the camera, but you can see that lighter spot in the middle of the bolt. I'm guessing that's all that was holding at the start of the season. So anyways, yeah, we got it out, and now we just need to either go get a new bolt. I had this old chunk of a bolt here from something else that's the right size. It fits through there. It just it's a broken bolt from some other deal, but it still has a bit of threads, and it's long enough that it would get me by for today. So I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to bother just putting that in to get me through today, or if I'm going to just go get the right bolt, because part of it is we have this whole thing all pulled apart and whatever. In a way, it's kind of a shame not to put the right piece back in. Okay, we are back in business. Well, not quite, but we got the parts we need. I ended up going to town, getting a new bolt, and so we just need to slap everything back together. I got it all cleaned out in here where the bushing goes in and everything, and then just put the new bolt in, and then we should be good to go. So hopefully it goes together fairly easily. I think it shouldn't be too bad, but yeah, at least now we have the right bolt. Should be good. Went to John Deere first. They didn't have it. one in, but it was going to be 35 bucks for this bolt. So gotta love John Deere and their pricing. I like my John Deere equipment, but they can get a little carried away sometimes with their part prices. So anyways, it was going to be an hour's drive in another direction to get the John Deere version of this. So I phoned just the parts store in town, and they had one. Same grade, 10.9 grade bolt, and $6 for this one. So I was kind of glad John Deere didn't have it in stock. And then because if they had, I would have just bought it. But then when they didn't, I found this one. So same exact bolt, just not from John Deere. So it should do the job just fine. So we'll try and get things slapped back together here, and then I finally should be ready to go cutting. I can, it's okay, I can set down now though. Okay. Oh, other way. Okay, if you want to hold it on this side, I'll impact it from the back. Cylinder needs to go forward a bit. And grab those nostrils thing. Oh, you could also switch the battery back to this impact. Okay, that's pretty much got it. The new bolt in there. All greased up. The road stops in. Just have to tighten this back up. I backed it all the way off so it would, spring wouldn't be putting tension on, but yeah, tighten that back up, and then I think we're done. Well, I am finally headed to the field. About 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I had hoped to be long done cutting by now instead of just heading out to start, but hey, that's farming, that's how it goes. So yeah, hopefully now everything is good to go. We got everything fixed up. I got a jug of, I don't know, we call it morning orange drink is the recipe that we use. I think it's basically like an orange Julius. It's like my favorite summer drink on a hot day. It really hits the spot. But my mom used to make that for us kids when I was growing up, and I always loved it. So I got my wife onto making it. So she spoiled me with a nice big jug of that when I was heading out to go cut. So yeah, things are looking up. That's it. That was the last little strip of first cut. So got everything knocked down now. So yeah, now we just hope for a couple good days of good drying weather, and then hopefully yeah, we'll be raking and baling all this stuff. Actually, I'll jump out here and check this. I did these outside rounds here. Oh, park brake. I did these outside rounds last night, and 6 outside rounds. You can see the lighter ones here, and then it gets darker where I just finished up. But oh yeah, that did a lot of drying already, just in less than 24 hours. So if we had another day or two like this, we'd be baling this stuff. I'll just go put my cylinder stops in. Yep, going down the road. Disc bind. Check out this bolt that we replaced earlier. Looks like it's staying tight, so that's great. Yeah. Make sure the other one didn't break in the meantime. No, it looks fine. Okay, cylinder stops are in for going down the road, and yeah, should be good. Hopefully we can get this hay put up in good quality. But yeah, I think I'll end this video here. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.